This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, your guardian of the First Amendment, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Good Wednesday morning, everybody. What a great cold day. It's cold. Stay inside if you can. Weather report's over. You know, we've just been over a national election. And you Democrats, not the rank and file Democrats like I always talk about. I'm talking about you asswipe Democratic leaders. You son of a bitches just ain't going to give it up, are you? You ain't going to give it up. Now, it appears that Russia got Trump elected. Now, I thought I was an idiot. You stupid son of a bitch and Democrats, you Democratic leaders, you guys are more stupid than I ever thought. They're blaming all the election now. The Russians. The Russians did it. And the Democratic leadership in Washington, they're going along with it. I thought they were a little bit smarter than that, but they're so desperate. They're saying that, yeah, Putin got Trump elected and the gentleman going to be the Secretary of State knows Putin. I think that's a good thing. I think he's got access. Rex Tillerson, he is the right person for Secretary of State. You think these Democrats going to give a damn? They don't give a damn how good somebody is. They want to play the game. They want to play the blame game. And then you got this idiot judge, a federal judge, I believe in Utah, saying that they can't vote. The electors can't vote for Trump. He's going to put these people in jail, I believe, in Utah if they vote for Trump. And that's who the people mandated they vote for. But this federal judge is saying you got to vote for Clinton. I don't know what the hell's going on in this country. You know, the poor people, and I don't mean financially poor, the politically poor, all of us. It's a shame. It's a shame that this crap's going on. But Trump's picking his cabinet, and now all of a sudden nobody's no good. And I do have to say, Rick Perry, and you guys know about integrity. The politicians don't. Here's Rick Perry. Here was Mitt Romney. They talked about Trump like a dog. Romney said, I'd never be. That's a no good son of a bitch. He's a criminal. He's a this, he's a that. But Trump was smart. See, Trump put him on the list for Secretary of State. He has him up to his penthouse at Trump Tower. He didn't pick Romney. I think that was a slick move. Because he knew after Romney come up and talked to him and he was being considered, if he didn't pick Romney, Romney couldn't bad rap him again because then it'd be sour grapes. So I think Trump really put that man in his place. But can you guys believe that now judges are getting involved, Democratic judges? And that's the problem with judges. That's a problem with all these judges throughout the country. They're all elected or appointed by the politicians. They all owe somebody something. If you're a United States Supreme Court judge, you owe the president. He's the one that nominated you. If you're a local federal judge in a federal district, you owe the local politicians, whoever the U.S. attorney is going to be in the Southern District of Illinois is going to be a Republican, I'm sure. Shimkus is the senior political leader in this district because both these U.S. senators are Democrats, with Shimkus being the senior congressman in the district. He'll be the one choosing a U.S. attorney, and I just hope the U.S. attorney's fair to everybody. But you notice everything in law enforcement, everything in our judicial system ends up being, at the end of the day, something decided on by a political appointment. That's scary. That's scary because if you don't kiss these rotten bastards' asses, they want to throw you in jail. And you know what I say to that? Throw my ass in jail, you rotten son of a bitches, because I'm too old to give a damn. I'm way too old to give a damn. But anyway, so let's move on. I had a lot of white people yesterday, and I want to thank them. Every place I go. And I slow them down. Hey, Romanik, them black son of bitches. No, I'm not after any black son of a bitch. And I'm a proud white man. I'm after equal treatment. I'm after the truth. I'm not a racist. I don't believe in the color of your skin makes you the man or woman you are. It's what's in your heart, what's in your brain, what's in your gut, what's in your mind, not what's the color of your skin, not what's on the outside. It's what's on the inside. But I'm not going to sit there and bite my tongue. I'm too old and dumb and stupid to do that. And even if I wasn't, I wouldn't. So when you white people talk to me, I appreciate it. I don't want you to support me. I'm not running for anything. I want you to support the cause. And the cause is equal treatment. Equal treatment for everyone, regardless of gender, regardless of race, regardless of religion, regardless of political affiliation. Can't you understand that, all you people, both black and white? And then I get some black friends that I don't guess my friends anymore because I'm talking the way I feel. But I do have to say this. I speak for a whole lot of white people, and they're not racist. But they're tired. They're tired of getting pushed to the back. They're like me. They want to make room for everybody. You heard me yesterday, and we may have him as our guest shortly. The gentleman he's actually from St. Louis, Kevin Jackson, the author, a proud black man, the author of Race Pimping, the multi-trillion-dollar business of liberalism. And this man talks all about the honest situation between blacks and white. He says, always, professional Negroes always blame whites. It's been like that for decades, so why change a winning formula? It says American black leaders see their primarily function as blaming whites for the dire problems of the black community and demanding more government intervention as the sole solution to this predicament. These teachings force black folks to be angry at white folks for no other reason than white people, for the most part, are easily recognized. You understand what's going on. You got a race bait. And then there's a situation going on in St. Louis, the Meyer situation. And it says in this book that this proud black gentleman wrote, so if America has a black president, that doesn't mean anything has changed. Obama hasn't done anything for the black community. I challenge any black in East St. Louis, any black in St. Clair County, to tell me what Obama's done to make your lives better. I must be Ray Charles. I must be Stevie Wonder. I drive down through East St. Louis in the black community every day. Oh, I want to apologize. I do see change. Change for the negative, not change for the positive. That's because of your black leaders, your plantation Negroes, your Uncle Toms. What did the guy call them in here? Yeah, I can't find it now. But here we go. Call them Kingfishers. Call them Renatoms. Call them thank you bosses. There's a real good one in there. Oh, the Reverend Pork Chops. That's what the black leadership is down in East St. Louis. They're not proud black people. They've done sold out. Here's another one, good one. Cotton pickers, foot shufflers, kingfishers. That's a black man talking about black people, talking about the black leadership. And I'll talk about the black leadership. I'll talk about the white leadership. But you have to understand, me as a white guy, see the black community, not the proud black community, but the thugs, the political thugs, the people that think that they deserve everything, they don't like a guy like me. Because I'm going to tell them the way it is. They don't like that. Hell, you white guys better shut up. You white guys better not challenge what the hell's going on. Because we, not the proud blacks, but we, the black no-count son of a bitches, are going to keep pushing you back. We're not going to push you back to the back of the bus after you've earned a seat on the front. We're going to push you out of the bus. And that ain't going to happen on my watch. And I don't want the white people to come up in arms and riot. I want them to understand. I want them to understand that they've worked hard for what they've got. Don't give anybody what you have unless you want to give it to them. Don't let anybody, and I don't give a damn if you're black or white. My pop told me, let anybody take what you got. And that's what the black community is doing to the white community. Again, not the proud blacks, and I hate to keep having to preface that. I'm talking about these bums out here on the street, these black criminal bums. They want to take from the whites. You're not taking from me, buddy. I'll help you get yours. You're not taking from me. I'll take the time to help you. I'll help you out along the way with a few bucks. But if you think you're taking my car, if you think you're moving into my house, you got a different thing coming, buddy. And I don't just mean that for the black folks. I mean that for the white folks. Then they talk about Bob Romanik talks all these racist. I don't talk racist problems. I talk racial problems. And there are racial problems on both sides. Talk about Bob Romanik down in East St. Louis. You better not talk that way. I challenge Greenwood. I challenge Charlie Powell, Harry Hollingsworth, that idiot, and the rest of these bums down there, Mike Collins and these no good political thieving son of a bitches. I challenge you. You're worried about your black community? My ass. Centerville Township. Can't find a black man. Now, you want to talk racial crap to you black bastards? Can't find a black man to be the city attorney in Cahokia? There's not a black man qualified? Well, if it was a white mayor, all the blacks, the NAACP, the whatever core, whore, whatever group, black group, they'd want to know why. Why is a white mayor, you don't have a black chief, or you don't have a black this, or you don't have a black city attorney, or you don't have a black nothing. But when it becomes all black, then the whiteys come in. You're not telling me, Curtis McCall Sr., you stepping and fetching black Nicaraguan? You're not telling me you can't find a qualified black? I don't hear the blacks talking that crap. I don't hear the blacks talking that crap at all. We got a special guest. Let's go ahead and take our caller. Charlie Meyer, state representative from the 108th District out of Oakville. Charlie, how the hell you doing, buddy?
Well, Bob, somehow I think I caught a cold. So I've been better and I've been worse, but we're out here working on the house.
Yeah, how you still moving your house? You got it moved up yet?
Well, it's back on the foundation, and we're trying to get it closed in now, Bob, and keeping the pipes from freezing. So, the fun's not all over with yet. I still have to take my showers out in the barn, and that's getting a little bit colder.
Yeah, well, that's a little scary to me. Hey, Charlie, what's going on? I know you're touting this big event in Nashville. What's going on tonight in Nashville?
Well, the National Legion, Queen of Hearts, will probably be up to $230,000 to $240,000 tonight. And I know when we talked a little bit late last week, Bob, you talked about coming out. So I just wanted to see if you're coming out to the National Legion for that drawing. That Legion was needing repairs. It's getting old, and they started the Queen of Hearts to help bring in funds. My grandpa and my Uncle Roger were instrumental in getting that Legion built, and so I'm glad they are having a very successful money-making run of this.
Now, somebody can actually win $250,000, Charlie?
Well, $230,000. You're going to have to fill out your tax paperwork. The government wants their share of it, but yeah.
Hell, the government wants more than their share. But, Charlie, what time is that tonight? And I'll tell you, you guys in Washington and Clinton County, I mean, I love you guys. You guys treat me with some respect. I love the people out there, Charlie. And the people of the 108th Legislative District ought to be glad they've got you as a representative. Plus, you, on the other hand, ought to be glad you live in that Oakville area because there are a lot of great people, isn't there?
It's a wonderful place to be a state rep. I have great support here, and I just try to do what's right for my district, Bob. And so the drawing is at 7:30 tonight, and if you aren't in the line by 10 till 7, you can't buy your tickets anymore. And the Legion will be full. Parking is a bear, and if you park illegally, the police are going to tell you about it. So, but when I was there last week, I had quite a few people ask me, Charlie, when's Bob coming? I'd like to see Bob here. So, they're always requested wherever I go, Bob.
Hey, Charlie, well, I tell you what, because I love you guys out there. Listen, I'll be out there tonight. I wish everybody the best in Washington, Clinton County, and everybody listening. And I know we've got a great listening audience out there. Be thankful you got Charlie Meyer because he's one stand-up man. Charlie, I'll see you tonight, buddy.
All right, take care, Bob, and be careful.
Okay, State Representative Charlie Meyer out of the 108th Legislative District out of Oakville. Beautiful, beautiful area out that way. Let's get back to my situation. And see, it doesn't it feel refreshing, though, people, both black and white? You blacks that are activists got to appreciate a crazy son of a bitch like Bob Romanik. Because, I'll stand for what I believe in, like the Proud Blacks. And I always say, give me 10 blacks to fight for a cause other than 500 whites. Because us white people, we're just a little bit too lame with our game, if you know what I mean. And I think you do. Let's go ahead. We got some more callers. Let's take a caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hello, Bob.
Hello.
My name is Greg. I've talked to you before. I'm a visually impaired gentleman. I've got a gripe that you might be able to help me out with. I am so sick and tired of these street beggars, especially over here in the city by Grand and 40, that are out here begging. And they came up to my caregiver's truck and wanted to beg, and I told them it was against the law. And the reason I said that was when you apply for Missouri Medicaid or even to go out and get a guide dog, the first question they ask you on the form is, do you solicit alms? I've got a work history. I'm not working now because of some health issues that I'm dealing with, but I still have a heart and an interest to work. And if I can work visually impaired in a wheelchair, then why can't these bums and these beggars get a job?
Greg, thanks for the call. I agree with you, and I wish you the best, buddy. I agree with you 1,000%. And it's just not black. We're talking black and white. And my show is going to kind of evolve to being a racial situation show. Not a racist show, but a racial situation, because people do not want to talk about the racial problems. No, I take that back. They do want to talk about it. They're just afraid. I've got white people every day. Bob, you're saying what I'm thinking, but I got a job, or I've got this, or I can't do this, or somebody's going to get mad. And I tell them, well, tell me about it. I'll bring it out. And everything, a lot of things, not everything, a lot of things I talk about on the air come from people, not just from me. But if it was just my idea or my thought, I'd give it to you. But this is a thought of a lot of people. But I want to ask, let's digress back to the black community. Let it be a white community. The blacks, they want equal treatment. And I believe in equal treatment. I don't believe in affirmative action because I make the statement. A lot of the state policemen back in the day, white guys got 90 on their scores, black guys got 45. Black guys got the job. It wasn't right. I'm glad the blacks got the job. probably a lot of good troopers out of the bunch. But they got the job. But I want to ask the black community, if there was a job for a pilot and the black guy wasn't qualified, but there wasn't enough black pilots, would you fly on a plane with an unqualified black pilot? Hell no, you wouldn't. And it's the same way on any job. It's the same way on any job, people. But I asked the black leaders in St. Clair County, you rotten, ignorant, stupid, stepping and fetching Nicaraguans, I'm asking you this. You can't find a black attorney for Cahokia, Illinois? 90% black, 80% black? You can't find a good black attorney for Centerville Township? 70, 80% black? That's the McCalls. They got control of Cahokia and Centerville. Now you talk about stepping and fetching Uncle Toms. Why isn't the black community, why isn't the NAACP, why aren't they picketing Cahokia City Hall? Why aren't they picketing Centerville Township to ask for a black? And these attorneys, Sprague's making a fortune off the backs of the black people, the poor black people. And he goes up to his $2 million house in the Orchards outside of Belleville. He didn't want to live inside Belleville. Too many blacks. And you guys all know that's a fact. He moved out of his house by the Queen of Peace because the blacks were moving in. Let's be real, people. But Curtis McCall, what's wrong with you? You can't find, you got the blacks put you in office. You can't respect the black people, the proud black people, and put a black attorney in there. You got to have Sprague. You got to have Sprague in Centerville Township. What about the East St. Louis School District 189? All black. Alonzo Greenwood, Charlie Powell. You know who they put in? They don't put in a proud black man. Hell no, they don't. They put in Garrett Harner, big fat idiot, a shill for Bob Sprague. Oh, by the way, he was the LaToya Greenwood's campaign manager. Isn't that convenient? He's a campaign manager for LaToya Greenwood, and her daddy gets him $500,000 or $600,000 a year as a school district 189 attorney. Another fat-ass white guy. What's wrong with you, Greenwood? You're the black leader. Charlie Powell, you're the black leader. Amika Jackson Hicks, you stinker Amika. You and your daddy, Eddie the Gerbil Jackson. You're not proud black people. You can't have it both ways. Think about it. And down in East St. Louis, they got Wagner. He's a white guy. Of course, they're giving most of their money down in East St. Louis to the Senator Foghorn. I say Buckwheat Claiborne. And he spreads it out in more ways than one, if you know what I mean. And I think you do. But I want to ask, where's the equal opportunity? Don't come up to the white side of town, you black son of a bitches. And I don't mean the proud blacks. I mean the plantation Nicaraguans. Don't come up and be bitching because you don't get anything from the white community. You ain't getting crap from the black community. Think about it. See, I bring up situations that people don't think about or people don't want to address. Blacks need their jobs. Whites need jobs. Hispanics, everybody needs jobs. But it's awful funny. The black community, just like the killings, the black community never gets up in arms when a black man kills a black man in North St. Louis or somewhere else. But let a white policeman have a good shoot on a thug black bastard like Michael Brown in Ferguson, and all hell breaks loose. I don't understand that. I do not understand that, people. Do you? Do you, any of you, understand that? If so, give me a call. It's unbelievable what's going on. We can't be hypocritical, both black and white. We got to tell it the way it is, and then we have to address the way it is. We have to fix the problems. And like the book with Kevin Jackson, it ain't all the whitey's fault. It ain't all the blackie's fault. It's the fault of these politicians, these greedy, no-count, rotten bastards who lose their racial identity when they become politicians because they don't care about black, they don't care about white, The only color these son of a bitches care about is green. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting at its finest. America's bi-state voice of freedom. Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting at its finest. America's bi-state voice of freedom. Radical Radio. And we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. You know, I was just about getting ready to say racial radio instead of radical radio, but see, I'm not going to let the ignorant blacks, not the proud blacks, but the ignorant blacks, pigeonhole me in that position, because I'm far from being a racist. I'm a realist, and I'm going to talk the way I want to talk. And I got to say, now Trump got elected. The blacks are all pissed off, not the proud blacks. I have to keep on distinguishing between the proud blacks and the ass-white blacks. Here's Whoopi Goldberg. What a greasy, funny head-looking black bitch she is. Got a red nose, making so much fun and degrading Donald Trump, our newly elected president. Now let a white guy 4 years ago, a white woman 4 years ago, 8 years ago, demean Obama on TV. It never happened. The sponsorships would be gone. Everybody be rioting in the streets. It's a racial situation. What's good for one is good for all. We've got some callers. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Yeah, I was calling. I got a bunch of issues with the leadership of East St. Louis. And my thing is that East St. Louis, Washington Park, Allison, we don't even have a hospital. You know, we don't have a hardware. We don't have a major grocery store. East St. Louis is going down, and these people been in office for 30 years, and now they want their kids to take over where they done left off, selling us. You know, no one's deserving to be in these offices. No one's going out here addressing the needy people, the less fortunate people. The only one surviving in East St. Louis is the politician.
Hey, Mike, I want to ask you, are you a proud black man?
It ain't about being black.
No, yeah, it is about. What are you, nuts? Are you nuts? You're bitching about the blacks down in East St. Louis. You want to be distinguished between those bums down there? That's why I ask if you're a proud black man.
You know, I am distinguished. That's why I'm saying what it is.
Okay. Here I ask you, Mike. Is it the whitey's fault, or is it the black plantation Nicaraguans who sell out to the white boys? Whose fault is it? Is it the white fault, or is it primarily the black leadership down there?
Most of them fault. It's 50-50.
No. Let me tell you, it ain't 50-50, Mike, because 50-50 means they both have a play in it. The blacks give to the whites. If the blacks got elected and wouldn't give it and sell out to the white guys, this wouldn't be happening in East St. Louis. Am I right or wrong?
Well, I want to say this here.
Okay.
We control St. Clair County.
That's right. Then it's the black. Then what? Don't say it's a white fault now, but go ahead. You're exactly right. The blacks control St. Clair County, but go ahead.
No, we keep putting people in office that's not doing nothing for East St. Louis, but for the politicians. And that's what I'm fed up of. You know, our school systems are failing. You know, no one's addressing the real issues. The kids don't even have a playground.
Yeah. Hey, but
they don't have a playground in their neighborhood.
Hey, Mike, let me ask you. I know you're a proud black man. Are you an intelligent, proud black man?
Well, you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Okay, well, thank you. Hey, listen, Mike, here's my situation, and it's not a racist situation, but it is racial. You don't telling me that Curtis McCall out in Centerville Township, that his son out in Cahokia, that Alonzo Greenwood and Charlie Powell down in East St. Louis School District 189, you tell me, now the blacks bitch when they don't get jobs, I understand that. But here's the blacks controlling the big attorney jobs. There ain't a black attorney down there. I guess you guys are too stupid. There ain't a black qualified to be an attorney. Is that true?
Black attorneys is qualified to be attorneys.
Well, then why aren't they working down in East St. Louis in the black community? Why did they bring these white, greasy son of a bitches like Garrett Horner and like Bob Sprague and all of them? Why do the black leaders have to bring white boys down to be their attorneys?
Well, basically, because what I understand of the situation is that McCall them just got control of Cahokia. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to let them make their record out there. And I hope that it's on a positive side.
Well, wait a minute, though, Mike. You're telling me there's not a black attorney that could come down there and work in Cahokia that Curtis McCall's got to step and fetch for Bob Sprague? What is wrong with that? When you blacks, and I understand, the blacks say, hey, I want equal treatment. I want jobs. So you come up to get jobs from Belleville to the white community, and I understand that. But why won't the blacks go to the black community and get the high-paying jobs?
Well, the McCalls, the Greenwoods, whoever's in charge of hiring these attorneys, they listen to this program every day. And I'm saying to them, they need to start hiring black representative that has our best interest, not their best interest.
Thank you.
East St. Louis, and I truly stand behind that 100%. And I'm tired of seeing representatives that don't have our best interest. They got the politicians' best interest, but do you have the people's best interest? And that's the problem today.
You know what, Mike? I appreciate you as a proud black man fighting for the proud blacks. But here's Garrett Horner. He's a white guy, lives in a beautiful house in Belleville. He's making $400,000 or $500,000 from the school district 189, which is the taxpayers' money, primarily black. You're telling me that if the black leaders wanted the blacks to rise up and get more jobs, better living for them and their families, why would they give a white boy the opportunity to make $500,000-$600,000 a year when you're fighting for any job you can get in the black community?
Well, you got to look at it like this. How long have he been there? How long have he been the legal representative of District 189? How long have Mike Wagner and whoever this person, Claiborne, how long have they been representing the city? And we've been there. Now, the thing is that we haven't had any black turnover of leadership in District 189. And we really haven't had any turnover of black leadership in the city. So my problem is the people got to address these issues, and they got to quit taking these $5. They got to quit offering them jobs to get every vote in their family to come out and vote for them. It's not about what you can put in your pocket, because God did say money is the root of all evil. And when people go out and vote because of economic gain, what about priority gain? What about moral gain? What about the unselfishness gain of everybody, but for not just for a certain few, but for everybody? Yeah. And that's our problem. People, especially African American, because East St. Louis, Washington Park, Centerville, all over, this is 99% African American. We got to change our priority because our kids don't have the same benefits that we had when we was kids, because we had more love for each other. We had more togetherness. We cared more about each other. These people walking around, the kids don't have no respect for no pants down, standing on the corner smoking pot, standing on the corner drinking, and where the police at? Yeah, well, here, Mike, let me tell you, I appreciate you calling anytime, buddy, because, see, you're the antithesis of a proud black man. I hear it in your heart. I hear it in your speech. Thank you very much, Mike, for calling. And you're exactly right. The black leadership needs to be thrown out. Now, the school board election's coming up. If you people down in East St. Louis, School District 189, want the same treatment, go ahead and vote for Alonzo Greenwood, Charlie Powell in that group, because you're going to get what you've got. Screwed. And don't blame it on Whitey, because it ain't the Whitey down there. It's the blackie. We've got another caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Yeah, Mr. Romanik, this is the Love God, Dennis Clark. I was going to come in anonymity And I promised you one day I was going to talk about Michael Brown. We ain't going to go into real detail about Michael Brown because you as a police officer should be able to answer my questions readily. And the question that I want to ask you is, when you're in pursuit of more people than it is police, what is the proper procedure that you would follow to apprehend the suspect?
Well, you know what, though, Vince, I can't really tell you because there's different varying situations. I don't understand quite your question. If I'm going to apprehend a suspect and he grabs at my gun, or I even think one iota in my mind that he's going to hurt me, grab my gun, or kill me, I'm blowing the top of the son of a bitch's head off. I don't give a damn if he's white, black, or he's a Martian. Now, come back, give me that question again. I'll try to give you a legitimate answer.
Yeah, a legitimate answer. What is the proper procedure when the amount of suspects outnumber the police officers?
Well, you know what? You call for backup, but I don't care if there was 50 people and they just beat the hell and stomped a poor person, a old lady to death. I'm not going to wait to apprehend them. I'm going to ask for assistance. I'm not going to let them get away. I'm going to do everything I can do. And if the son of a bitch is come at me, 50 of them, 20 of them, if I'm outnumbered and I think I'm going to get hurt, I'm going to blow 50 heads off as long as I've got the ammunition and I'm not playing. I'm being truthful, Vince.
They got a proper procedure to follow, and that officer decided not to because he heard the fact that it was a strong-arm robbery. At that time, he made up his mind that either these people are going to bow down to him.
Oh, wait. No, Vince, what do you mean bow down? They don't bow down to a policeman. The policeman's doing his job. Now, see, you're going to talk that racial crap. You were being pretty intelligent up to this point. He going to bow down. What do you mean bow down?
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet, Bob. Not yet. Okay? Now, the thing is, I'm going to tell you about Donald Trump is this. And I'm going to tell you, Donald Trump is bad for the American public right now. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Donald Trump is a businessman. Now, I'm going to tell you, Donald Trump was right that the Mexicans is going to pay for a wall to be built, but it's going to be because white men and black men from the United States going to be trying to go down there and get them jobs. He's not going to stop an industrialist from moving down to Mexico and getting a friendly wage. He can pay them folks $4 an hour. What does he got to pay a white man? $32 an hour.
I agree with you, but here, let's flip the script a little bit. You're a proud black man, aren't you, Vince?
Go to.
You a proud black man, Vince?
And you can hear it in my voice.
Okay, well, listen to me. Now, be honest. It's not a racial statement. It's a real statement. You talk about the black community and about the jobs. What has Obama done for the black community the last 8 years? Now, be honest. Don't be nice just because he's black. What has Obama done for the black? You talk about Trump being a white guy. What about Obama being a black guy, the first black president? What the hell has he done to elevate the blacks in especially this area in the Metro East of St. Louis?
But, Bob, I had talked to you before, and I told you I had talked to your son before, and he got the idea for the show from me. Now, you didn't search me out to try to find me to give me a job, and it's fine. Because I don't even know if I want to work back in radio or not.
But I ask you, Vince, and I got to go. We got to get up against a hard break. What has Obama done? What has Obama done for the proud black community in East St. Louis and the surrounding metro area?
Man, Obama's hands is tighter than any
Oh, my God. Okay, Vince, that's it. Hey, you talking like an idiot. Obama, I know. Hey, here you go, Vince. You're one of them Nicaraguans. It's a white boy's fault. Obama's hands weren't tied. That son of a bitch had so many executive orders. Are you nuts? See, that's the problem. Some of the black community, they don't want to be realist. The black men screw the black community as much, if not more, than the white community.
Every last one of them has been full of crap.
There you go. Hey, Vince, we're going to leave on that. Thank you very much. That's a good parting statement. Democrats, Republicans, the politicians, not the rank and file, the good rank and file. And The black and white politicians, Democrat and Republican, they're full of crap, and they're going to remain full of crap until we flush that crap down the toilet. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, very proud to be the Patriot. I want to take 1 second out before we keep on this racial situation. Mayor Mark the Big Pussy, also known as Maximus Vaginus Eckert. Now, they want to take over the Belleville Township, but it's going to cost the taxpayers of Belleville and Belleville Township more money for the city to take it over. And Eckert talks with Elliot Davis, and I don't know, Elliot, until we find out everything. You lousy, lying, fat-ass, greasy, white bastard. You honky son of a bitch. You lie about everything. You lie about the Hoff Brew House. You lie about everything. And you, and you good people in Belleville, I hope you know to throw his big Maximus Vaginus pussy ass out of office come April. Dallas Cook will be a great candidate. He'll fight for you people. He's fighting for the taxpayers of Belleville. Getting back, Bill Cosby been charged with, allegedly at this point, sexually assaulting, drugging, raping more than 50 women over the years. They're all suing him. He's going to court. But you know what he says in this press release? He is convinced that racism is the blame for his ordeal. Blame it on Whitey. Whitey didn't have their ding-a-ling and all those gals, allegedly forcing themselves on all these white ladies primarily. But blame it on Whitey. I don't understand that, people. And the Proud Blacks, they don't understand it either. We're going to get into it well tomorrow. Black mayoral field could be diluted. Now, they're saying right here, it says it had 16 years after they've elected an African-American president, and it says white people largely vote for white people, while black people primarily vote for black candidates. That's not true. That's not true at all. Obama got elected by the white community, even though 98% of the black community voted for him. But now here's what they're saying. They're saying because there's so many black candidates that it's going to hurt the black cause. It says racial divide. What is wrong with our black leadership? Why do we have 5 black candidates in the race for mayor and only 1 credible white candidate? Truth be told, we need to get behind 1 black candidate if we want to see real progress. Too many egos. Now, that's the biggest racial statement I ever heard from Nasheed, Adeed, whoever this ignorant black bitch is. What the hell, people? You can't have it both ways. They're bitching. They're bitching about having too many blacks in. What does that make any difference what color you are? And who makes the best candidate? Eric Vickers says he's a member of the black political establishment. It would be preferable if there was a single mayor candidate for black voters to rally around. Why the hell the black voters got to rally around a black candidate? Why can't the black voters rally around a candidate who's going to do something for their black community? Take a page out of the playbook in East St. Louis and throw it away. The blacks got behind the blacks down in East St. Louis, and they got nothing. The last 8-10 years, they've got nothing with their black leadership. So why the hell do you have to be a black person to be the mayor of St. Louis? Now, if it was the white people getting together, saying, hey, listen, we got to have just 1 white candidate, that'd be racist. See, we're not going to have it both ways, people. I'm going to bring out the hypocrisy on both sides, both Democrat and Republican, both black and white. I'm tired of this crap. I'm tired of this crap, and I hope you people are too. We got to be fair. Equality for everyone, regardless of race. Do you understand me? We want equal treatment. We will not ask for any more, but we will not accept any less. Name, National Association for Majority Equality. Equality for everyone. I'll see you good people tomorrow. Same time, same place. So let's continue to unite, to expose, and to destroy these ass-white bastard political parasitical perverted punks that we call politicians. Destroy them politically, of course, right here on the dark side.